Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yasmin. I'm a reseller on platforms like eBay and Poshmark and also Mercari. Although I did not make any sales on Mercari, I will be focusing on only eBay and Poshmark. So every month at the beginning of the month, I like to share with you what sold for me in the previous month. And so for this video, I will be sharing with you my February sales. And although February was not a strong month as I was hoping, it was not able to beat January sales, but I will say that I still had pretty decent sales for my small eBay and Poshmark stores or closet. And so there were a lot of changes going on with eBay getting new updates and then Poshmark's algorithm changing. And so those changes did affect a lot of resellers and our sales, but I think that I had pretty consistent regular sales. Maybe not daily, but I was able to get weekly sales and I still made a pretty decent profit at the end of the month for my small store, considering that I only have under 250 listings. So I think this was pretty good for a pretty small store like mine. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I will start with eBay, then I will move on to Poshmark, and you will occasionally see me look that direction. That's because I have my computer right here next to me so that I can go over these sales with you. I got my cheat sheet with me. So let's go ahead and get started right now. All right, so the first item that sold for me was this Torrid in a size 2X, so it was a plus size. Front tie sleeveless shirt in a beautiful color, as you can see. I believe someone sent me an offer for $20 and it was also under promoted listing, so this sold pretty fast. I was still able to make a profit of $15.93. The item only cost me $1.50. I picked it up at the Goodwill outlet, so that was a really nice fast flip there. So moving on to the next item, I wish I would have listed this item a little higher just because it had a wool, but I was just happy that it sold within only one day. I think I had it listed maybe for like $29.99 and I was running a 10% discount, so it sold for $26.99 plus shipping. The buyer paid for shipping. Again, it was like a wool blend. It was in excellent condition. No complaints there. So I was able to make a profit of $21.09 after it sold with only one day of being listed. So super fast flip right there. And this is another Goodwill outlet pickup, meaning I paid under $2. So for this particular item, I think someone sent me an offer for $18.12 because I think I had it listed maybe around $25. So when I got an offer for $18.12, I was a little skeptical. I was kind of worried that the buyer was not going to pay because that was just such an odd amount. But then I realized that they were just probably factoring in shipping. They were probably trying to knock out some bucks from shipping, which is not a big deal. So again, it sold for $18.12. I only paid $1.50 at the Goodwill outlet, so I was able to make $14.28 for this. I think it was in the month of January where I sold so many hats, and so now I'm not overlooking hats. So the next item that sold for me was an item that I ordered from Jomar. I think it was that J. Jill and Eileen Fisher box. So $6.25. This did go into it because that box is still not fully paid for. It's almost there, but I believe I had it listed maybe for like $34.99. But someone sent me a best offer of $22, which I did accept because I did not want to have this item sit for so long. So yes, it sold for $22 on best offer. I was able to make a profit of $13.06. It did sit maybe a few months for me, so not so bad, and I was just happy to let it go. Shoes is like my main category that I love selling because they do really well for me. So the next item that sold for me was these Vans rainbow slip-on, And I think I had these maybe listed for like, I don't know, $29.99, and I believe someone sent me a best offer of $20, which I did accept because I was so ready to let these go. I had changed the price multiple times for this just to kind of attract buyers, but finally it sold with somebody sent me a best offer of $20. And that box, this is also a Jomar box where I had like a lot of Vans and Keds and Chuck Taylors, and this box is already paid for, so I made a pure profit of $17.60 once it sold. This did sit maybe for, I will say, at least 6 months, so they did sit quite a bit for me, but I'm just happy that they finally just moved on with their life. Next item also sold instantly, maybe within a day or a few days of being listed, and it was this Carhartt brown flannel line jacket in a size medium, and I believe I had it listed maybe around $50 or so, for $49.99, and I believe the buyer sent me an offer for $37, which I thought was a very generous offer. And so Carhartt does sell very, very well. It's very good quality. I think it was like 100% cotton, and it's flannel, and so it's like a really, really good working jacket. So I knew that would flip pretty fast when I saw it at the Goodwill outlet. I only picked this up for like $1.15, so I was able to make a good profit of, let's see here, $31.79 once it's sold. So very fast flip, and I'm always keeping my eyes open for Carhartt because it sells a really good men and women. So well, the next item that sold for me was the Ralph Lauren hooded sweater, 100% cotton. This little hoodie has been sitting in my closet probably since I started my eBay journey, which is almost 2 years ago. And so yeah, I paid a good $8.99 for this shirt, for this sweater at a regular Goodwill store. Yeah, Ralph Lauren is not a brand that I do not seek out for anymore. It does sell for me, but it takes anywhere from 6 months to a year for Ralph Lauren to sell for me. I think I had it listed for like $25, and I was running a promoted listing of 3%. So the buyer paid for shipping, so I was able to only make a whopping $10.37. But you know what? It doesn't have to sit in my closet for another year. It's gone. So I was so happy to let this baby go. Okay, so the next item that sold for me was these Hush Puppies men's expert wingtip knit Oxford sneaker in a color black, and they were in the like a wide size. It was a size 15 wide, so that little baby did take a very long time to sell. This is an item that I purchased from, so not just an item, I bought like a whole lot of Hush Puppies from Jomar, and let me tell you, they've been sitting, they have been moving so slow for me. They've probably been sitting maybe, I'll say anywhere from 6 to 8 months. I think I originally had them listed for $54.99, and I was running like a 10% discount, so someone snatched them up for $49.49, and so $9.03 did go into it, so I made a profit of $33.95. So I still was able to make a very good profit from these shoes, but let me tell you, they've been sitting. I don't think I'll be ever picking Hush Puppies from Jomar ever again, because they sit a very long time, especially because they sent me a bunch of wide shoes. Like, if you're gonna get a bunch of wide shoes, they're gonna be sitting for a very long time. Just glad that one went out the door. Okay, so the next item that sold for me was a book called Little Disasters, a novel by Sarah Van Gogh. I think that the buyer actually paid full price in it. I did have like an ad free of 3%, so I did pay for promoted listing. It sold for $5.40. The buyer paid for shipping, and I was able to make $2.70. There was no cost of goods into it because I do pick up all my books for free. I do not pay for books. I do my best to find free books wherever I can. So the next item that sold for me was these Earth Origins leather slingback sandals in a color Moroccan blue. And these sold for, I believe I had them running for like maybe $25, $29.99. Someone sent me an offer for $17, which I did accept. They paid for shipping, and I only paid $1.97 at the Goodwill store, so I made an awesome profit of $14.28 after it sold. So they only sat maybe for a few months for me, so I'll definitely be picking these up because I've sold out actually several of these. All right, the next item that I picked up at the Goodwill bins, and these I think I picked them up for like $1.15. It was this vintage America in a floral 3/4 sleeve embroider boho beige type of shirt. I think I had this item on sale maybe for like $18.99. Someone sent me an offer for $12, which I did accept, and only $1.14 went to it, so I was able to make $9.59 from this item. And it sold also on promoted listing, so I did pay a 2% ad fee. And the next item that sold was this San Francisco 100% cashmere long sleeve cardigan sweater in a size small. Now San Francisco is a new brand for me. I got this from a wool and cashmere box from Jomar. So let's see, the cost of item was a little high for this, so $8.50 went into this. So it did sell for $39. I think I had it listed for like I had it listed for around $45 or so. Someone sent me an offer for $39, which I did accept, and I was able to still make a profit of $26.57 once it sold, and it was on best offer again. So yeah guys, that's the only thing about picking up cashmere and wool at Jomar. Your cost of goods do go up. Then if you find it at the Goodwill bins, you know, if you're fortunate enough to find it at the Goodwill bins, I would definitely pick up 100% wool and cashmere. But if you buy it wholesale from online, your cost of goods do go up. So like I said, $8.50 did go into this, but because it was a pretty good fabric, it did sell. These probably have been listed maybe for a few months or so. And so the next item that sold for me on eBay was this Little Last Girls floral coverall dress in a size of 5. I picked this up at the bins for under $2, and so these probably sat maybe for a good 3 months or 2 months or so. They did sell for $8. I believe I did send someone an offer for $8, and because my cost of goods was very low, I was still able to make $5.52. Just thought it was a nice, cute summer, spring dress, and so it did flip maybe within a few months or so. So not so bad. I'm always happy to let things go. The next item that sold for me on eBay was this Dolce Vita brown tan suede ankle boots. I think I only paid like $1 or $2 for these at a garage sale last summer. So they did sit for, I want to say, almost a year. Not quite, but yeah, they did sit for at least a good 8 to 10 months before they finally sold. I did discount them. I did change the price. I think I ran a sale for like $21.60. So I think I had them listed maybe for $24.99, and then I had like a 10% discount on top of it. These did sell on promoted listing, a 2% promoted listing, so they sold for $21.60. And again, I paid like about $1 for them or $2, so I was able to make a profit of $18.34. So Yeah, I was so happy when these sold because they did sat a very long time for me, guys. All right, another Hush Puppies in a color gray. The size was 11, medium when they sold. Again, I had these originally for $54.99, but I was running a 10% sale, so they did sell for $49.49, so $49.49. Again, $9.03 went into this. Got these again from that Hush Puppies Jomar lot box, and so I was still able to make a profit of $35.29. So pretty good there. All right, the last item that sold for me was my husband's Puma in a size large and extra large hat. I believe I had it maybe for $25, and someone sent me an offer for $20, which I did accept, and they paid for shipping, so I was able to make $17.01, and there were no cost of goods again because it belonged to my husband. So yeah, guys, so not so bad. Let's move on now to Poshmark. I'm gonna try to go through these pretty quickly. All right, so the first item that sold for me on Poshmark was this J. Crew lace blouse in like a, I don't know, it was like an orange color or something. I believe someone sent me a best offer of $20. It did sell within 1 or 2 days of being listed. I accepted the $20 offer. I think I had it listed maybe for like $34. But the reason I accepted $20 because again, I picked this up at the Goodwill outlet. Only $1.50 went into it. So I still was able to make a profit of $14.50. So that was really, really good. The next item that sold for me on Poshmark were the Skechers in a color black. And they were those like go walk type of shoes, like walking shoes. They were in really good condition. I actually received these from a Jomar box that is already paid for. I think this was my own, the sneakers only box from Jomar, so no cost of goods there. They sold for $19. I think that was a best offer, or I sent an offer for $19. They did take about 8 months to sell. But once they sold, I was able to make $13.70. Again, that's pure profit because no cost of goods were into it because the box was already paid for. All right, the next item that sold for me, it was these Vans Pro Black Suede Skateboard sneakers in a size 12. Now, this is another item that I got from one of those Jomar boxes that had Vans, Keds, and Converse, or Chuck Taylors. So that box is already paid for. I believe I sent, no. I believe someone sent me an offer for $20, which I did accept because no cost of goods are in there. So I was able to make $16 after they sold, and that's pure profit. So the next item that sold on Poshmark were these Bear Trap women's Fiona line duck boots in a size 9. I love selling those type of sizes. They flip fast. I think these lasted a week. I did pick them up from a Goodwill outlet for like $1.50. When I saw them, I was like, yup, perfect for this time of the year because it was snowing and blizzarding and cold, and so these were really nice, comfortable, warm shoes. They were insulated pretty good. They sold for $39. I believe that was my asking price. Yep, because the buyer paid for shipping. So I made a profit of $29.70. So that was pretty good. So I love when stuff sells for the asking price. All right, so then the next item that sold for me was another item that I got from a sneakers only Jomar box. Box number 3, it was these New Balance women's, they call them 880 V9 running shoes. They sold for $40. I think that was the asking price. Let me see. Yeah, these sold for the asking price of $40. So the buyer paid for shipping, and you know what? I think this Jomar box is still not paid for. I'm sorry. So the sneakers only box at this time that box has not been paid for. So $5.93 went into these, and I was able to make a profit of $26.07. So that was a pretty good profit. So then the next item that sold for me was actually a pretty fast flip as well. I think this flip within, let's see, I think it sold within hours of being listed, believe it or not. I might have had it, I think, around $35, and I think I accepted a best offer of $28, which I thought was a very generous offer, and it sold, like I said, within hours of being listed. It's this Skies Are Blue women's extra large solid pink open front jacket or cardigan or blazer in a beautiful pink color. So again, best offer. I feel like I'm on eBay, but someone sent me an offer for $28, and I was able to make a profit of $21.26 because I picked this up at the bins for like $1.14 or so. Then the next item that sold for me were these really glittery Steve Madden birdie glitter sneakers. So I think someone sent me a best offer of $15 because I think I might have had these around $25, and they were in really excellent condition. But you know what? They've been sitting in my closet for a very long time. These were from that Jomar box 3. So by the last sale, those New Balance, this Jomar box was paid for. So no cost of goods when these sold. Yeah, so that's why I accepted a $15 offer. Plus they've been sitting for like 5 months. So I was really happy to let them go for $15. I made a profit of $12, and that was good enough for me. All right, so then the next item that sold were these Adidas running shoes in the color purple in a size 7. Really, really nice and really good condition overall, except they had like some kind of like yellow spot stain, whatever. But I think that was like the only flaw it had. Other than that, well, they were in really good condition. And I think I sent an offer of $33 with discount shipping, and they gladly accept. So I was able to make a profit of $23.94. Again, those were from that Jomar box, that sneakers only box that was already paid for by them. So that definitely gave me $23.94 for pure profit. So that is always good, guys. Man, you can't beat zero cost of goods, man. Can't get better than that. All right, so then the next item that sold was this leather, Western genuine leather that had like a floral engraved buckle. And I think I had it listed on both eBay and Poshmark, and it sold for my asking price of $35. The buyer paid for shipping. I picked this up at the Goodwill bins for like $1.97, so I was able to make $26.03 from this belt. So accessories is just something new that I'm starting to get into. Hats, scarves, belts, whatever are actually doing pretty well for me, and I'm actually surprised because again, accessories is not something that I thought about selling, but since they're doing really, really good for me, I'm happy to pick them up if they have some value to resell. So then the next thing that sold for me was these Dolcetta Maze Mule Slip-On in a size 8.5. Dolcetta is not a brand that I would normally pick up, but these I picked up at the bins for like $1.50. They were in really, really good condition. In fact, they look brand new. They were actually brand new without tax because there was no signs at the outside sole anywhere that they were ever used. So they sold for $22. I sent an offer of $22 with discount shipping. The buyer accepted, so I was able to make a profit of $13.64. Again, only $1.50 went into these, so they flipped pretty fast. I think they sold within 3 weeks of being listed, so that was pretty good. They did not take a long time to sit. I love when stuff sells, so that's what I like. If you offer reasonable prices, stuff starts moving rather than setting your price so high, then it just sits and sits because buyers are looking for a good deal. The last two items were zero cost of goods because one belonged to my husband, the other one belonged to me. It was these New Balance men's Flexonic training shoes in a size 11. They were too small for my husband, and so they sold. I think that the buyer sent me an offer, or they sold for, yes. So I accepted a best offer of $35 from the buyer. They paid for shipping, so I was able to make a good profit of $28. So again, zero cost of goods because they belong to my husband. The last item that sold for me on Poshmark, it was featured in my last video where I did like a huge closet clear out, and this swimsuit flipped pretty fast. I think I had it listed for $15 and the buyer sent me an offer for $9. Again, this is probably something I wore maybe one time, if that, because they ran too small and I was pregnant at the time that I got it. So yeah, when you buy things from China, yeah, always go a size up or 2 sizes up because man, they run small. But it was a beautiful bathing suit in really good condition still. Sold for $9. Again, I made a pure profit of $6.05 because I probably had this for a few years. So alright guys, so that rounds up my sales for the month of February. My total sales for the month of February for both eBay and Poshmark was around $839.39. Once you factor in $321.13 in fees, that leaves my profit to about $518.26. And I'm just hoping that that's just about, that should be just about right. I hope I did not make a mistake when I was like calculating or trying to, you know, sum everything up. My sales for February were not as great as January, but the fact that I have a small store under 250 listings, that is still pretty good for someone that has under 250 items on their store and closet. So yeah, so this was really good for me. My plan is to grow my business. That means that I'm trying to be more consistent in listing and replenishing items that are selling. I don't wait for something to sell to replenish it or to buy something, but I'm trying to list as daily as possible because it does keep a consistency of sales. So I guess after all of the changes that went, all the updates that went on eBay and changes that went with Poshmark's algorithm, I think it's back to normal now. I think that they did send out an email a week or two ago about them going back to normal because they did notice that it did affect sales for all resellers, and so I think things are back to normal. So happy about that. So how do your sales do in the month of February? Make sure you let me know what brands you like to sell or what's your favorite category to sell. Let me know in the comments below because I'm always curious to know what other resellers are interested in, or if you are not a reseller but been thinking about it, you know, this kind of gives you an idea of a variety. As you can see, I sell shoes, I sell accessories and clothing and just a mixture of things. It's like my new thing for the 2022. All right, I will not take much of your time. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, make sure you give me a thumbs up because that lets me know you enjoy content like this. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.